Zangiefs level 2 is a relatively complicated super with several unique properties. This video will teach you what it can do, when and how to use it, and how to combo in and out of it. This video will have a chapter for each section in the description, as well as the notation for any combo mentioned in the video in order. Zangiefs level 2 is a super with fully invincible startup that hits on frame 18, making it relatively slow compared to other supers. It is also fully projectile invincible during its active frames. During its active frames, it sucks the opponent in if they are in range. When hitting a grounded opponent, it has 4 different enders based on your input. If you hold down a punch button during the animation, your opponent will be launched into the air for a free juggle, with the super itself not doing much damage. If you don't hold any buttons, Zangief will turn around and slam his opponent behind him, doing the maximum amount of damage from the super itself and performing a side switch. If you hold either backwards or forwards when Zangief picks up his opponent, he will carry the opponent a short distance before slamming them on the ground in the direction you were holding, for slightly reduced damage. If he hits an airborne opponent with level 2, it will always end in a juggle. The main use of Zangiefs level 2 is as a combo extender. His level 2 is by far his best super for this. The cancel into level 3 both requires drive and gives terrible Oki compared to his level 2 juggle. And his level 1 is hard to combo into, while also being able to switch it out for an OD Borscht in a lot of cases. His level 2 also gives more utility in combos. It can be used as side switch, it can give extra corner carry, it can give good Oki, and it can be extended for very good damage. More on all of this later. Zangiefs level 2 can also be used as an invincible reversal, but it isn't a very good one. Due to it being very slow, it loses to meaty jabs and other fast moves, and with drive rush jab being a very common option, this is a pretty big deal. Its hitbox is also surprisingly short, with a bunch of air attacks going over it to hit you after your invincibility. However, if you have a good read on your opponent during a slower option on your wake up, you get quite a lot out of it, with its high damage and potential for good Oki or a side switch, both incredibly important to Zangief. Due to its high range and full projectile invincibility, it can also be used as a fireball punish. This is also a bit tricky, however. It still suffers from its slow startup, and while its range is long, it isn't that long. I would advise to use this against characters with fireballs with lots of recovery, like Aki or Ken, and to avoid using this against characters with less fireball recovery, like Guile. Be sure to be ready with this on your wake up as well. Some people have a habit of staying at a distance and throwing a fireball on your wake up, and you can catch them off guard with a wake up level 2. Lastly, some people can use Zangiefs level 2 as a whiff punish. This is really hard to do, but some people at pro level do this, so I'd be remiss not to mention it. To quickly go over the use of the enders. Use the juggle ender if you want your opponent to stay on the same side. Without meter, it gives you the best Oki, which is preferable to damage in most cases. While spending drive, you can get the most damage out of it. Use jackhammer, the body slam that happens when you don't press a button, if you either want to side switch, or in a combo started from lights, if you're going for max damage. When a combo has high scaling, like in a light combo, super damage will always scale better than whatever combo you do after. If you're close, but not in the corner, you can carry your opponent backwards to put them there. Otherwise this move is pretty niche. The forward carry has absolutely zero use. If you want to stay on the same side, always use the juggle combo for either max damage or Oki. There's really no point in ever using this. Because of its slow startup, it is only possible to cancel into level 2 with mediums, heavies and OD Lariat. In practice, you should only cancel into level 2 from a Hell Stab or an OD Lariat. Hell Stab does more damage than Crouching Medium Punch and is a bit faster, only having a little bit less reach, which usually doesn't come into play. It's a bit of a harder cancel than Crouching Medium Punch is though, so if it combos, you can substitute Hell Stab with Crouching Medium Punch. Cancelling from OD Lariat is more niche. You can only cancel the first hit, and in a grounded combo, it doesn't increase overall combo damage that much, due to scaling. In grounded combos, I mainly use it to give myself a little bit more time to decide if I can use level 2, but it's a little bit of a crutch for me. It can be used to cancel out of an anti-air though, which is this cancel's main use. Now let's go over the combos you do out of a juggle ender. To go for Oki, simply do a dash forward, a hell stab, into a lariat. This leaves you point blank when your opponent is in the corner, and even mid-screen you can get Oki with a drive rush. You should always go for Oki, unless you're able to kill your opponent or have a lot of resources to cash out. For max damage mid-screen, dash forward, then hell stab, then catch your opponent with an OD Borscht, which if you didn't know, you can do grounded. This will give you bad Oki, but does great damage. If you want to save drive and have super gauge to spend, you can cancel the hell stab into a level 1. If you do not have any meter, the max damage from a raw level 2 is a juggle into a normal Borscht. If you use a level 2 in a combo though, just doing the jackhammer finisher will do more damage, because super damage usually scales better. If your opponent is in the corner, do a hell stab right before your opponent hits the ground, do an OD lariat where your opponent gets hit twice, into an OD Borscht. Doing the hell stab late is required for the OD lariat to hit twice, and the OD lariat hitting twice is required for the OD Borscht to hit. If you hit an anti-air OD lariat into a level 2, you can do a forward heavy kick for a meterless follow-up and some Oki, depending on screen position. If you want max damage, simply follow up with an OD Borscht. If you have any questions, either about this topic or something else Zangief related, feel free to ask them, and I'll try and respond when I can. I am planning to make more of these, so check back if you're interested in more basic Zangief guides.